ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DTR at Wednesday night. This is Division 1. We're watching Round 9 of the Season 10 Championship of our Formula 1 series. Qualification is about to start, and it's a one-shot quali, so just one flying lap for everyone to qualify for the sprint race. Meanwhile, this is me, Bob, commentating. Hello to you all. If you're in the chat on YouTube, please let me know and say who you are, where you're from. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone on the softs, of course. Let's go on board with the most likely man on pole. Call me Speed. Quickest driver of the season, championship leader, won 4... Oh, Heiken retired from the race. That's quick. 4 wins in 7 races. And the other 3... won by Zerafol. So we only have 2 race winners so far this season. And yes, you heard it right. Round 9, 7 races. We had to skip 1 race, which will be run after round 12. That's the Australian Grand Prix. Alright, here we go. That's the end of Sector 2. And so far, it's Ralliot leading. We saw his practice times, and they were impressive, to be fair. Athanasiou retired. That is interesting. One of the quickest drivers this season, as the Williams drivers seem to be coursing on an easy championship. Call me Speed, reshot, Evan, Zetterfield, that are the leading 4 cars. Evan. No! Ralliot on pole! I told you he'd be quick. Oh, that is well done. I was thinking about betting on him today, but I thought, nah, Common Speed is surely quicker. But Ralliot actually grabs pole with a minor margin, 17 thousandths on P2 and only 66,000 on P3 is Comey Speed. And then we have Zetterville, Joe Hayward, Rijat Yamakovic. We got Gunnar and Brendan Maggot and Benny Buno completing the top 10. We have Mikey, Kazingo, Rika and Pac-Man. And then we have Athanasiou and Heiken. Completing the grid. Right, so we're going to have a sprint race, 10 laps. Most common tire to pick is the medium tire, as the softs, sure they're quicker, but there's no way they last 10 laps. Well, they might last, but probably after 5 laps they're completely dead, so your lap times will plummet. As we wait until the formation lap is going to start. Here we are with the formation lap. Let's have a look if anyone is on different tires than the mediums. Well, they're not. And they shouldn't be. Let's go for the position change, and we have a good look early on in the opening lap who wins or loses a lot of position. I'm expecting some hectics here. On the opening lap, especially in that long turn 1, just keeps on turning and turning and turning and turning and turning. Yeah, I expect some cars having contact with each other. Right, so the championship battle so far is one between Zetterville and Call Me Speed. Zetterville had to miss the last two races after having a comfortable lead early on in this season. Those races were won by Call Me Speed, and he's now taken the lead. So the battle for the championship between those will continue. Right, let's see if we can have a good view from this start. Jesus, better give us something better than this. Nope. Let's go on board with Ricky. Oh! Well, Rick, that's a great way to convert your pole. Yeah, you better go full throttle now and serve it right away. Oh my, let's have a look at the other cars. Well, Rick with a false start on the drive-through. Ay. Oh, so let's have a look at the rest, because Rick is basically done for this race, and unless there's a safety car soon. Evan basically taking the lead ahead of Call Me Speed, and we have Zetterville, Rijat Yamakovic, Gunnar, and it seems one car in trouble next to him in the McLaren. Wow, he is not on pole a lot, and then you do this, Ricky. Aye. Right, let's have a look at the other cars. I'm pretty sure Rick will come on right away. He's got a 2.4 second lead on the other drivers. He's most likely going to drop to last or second to last. Oh, such a shame. Right, there is an attempt from Call Me Speed. Zetterville and Reshot close behind both of the Red Bulls today. Yeah, here comes Rick. And now the new official leader is Evan. Oh, Ricky. Alright, can Evan hold off Call Me Speed? The Champions leader versus the defending champion. Yeah, let's not forget, because Evan won the last two seasons. Not been a great season for him so far, but today he clearly shows himself up front. Nexton is in the pit lane. Reliot, aka Rick, left it and is in P16, 12 seconds behind number 15, and we have a yellow, and that is Gazingo in Ferrari. Right, here comes the interesting part, because I've seen in practice lots of different types of setup from drivers, from loads of front wing to much less front wing, and personally myself I found that I prefer the high wing, because there's a lot of quick corners where you really want to have that grip. But you're basically going to be a bit of a sitting duck on that long straight. Coleman Speed taking the lead. Meanwhile, we got two Greek drivers battling. Pacman Athanasiou here for P11. By the way, it's a sprint, so the top 8 drivers get points. Mover of the day so far, Heineken, up 7 positions. Well done to him. Right, and now as we are gonna enter the long straight, Evan is the car chasing. Will he be able to strike back? He has a lot of eras saved up. 710s might be a bit far away, and he even got pressure from the Red Bull there. Rajat having a look, but top 3 here. And there seems to be a gap coming after P3, Zetterful in P4. And then with top 3 is Coleman Speed, Evan and Rajat. Meanwhile, Ralliot, let's have a look at his lap times. Let's look at leader. .3. So let's have a look at his lap times in terms of is he able to get closer. Rajat having a look again. It's not easy when the car ahead of you has DRS as well. Gap instead of growing 2.4 seconds through the leader, so that's 1.6 between both the Red Bulls. Oh, they keep really close to each other. Zetterfall is fighting to get Gunnar out of DRS range, and maybe himself is able to close in a little bit on his teammate for today. No, gap is now 1.8. Oh, and an attack from Evan. but Call Me Speed is able to defend that. Well, you can see Evan is trying to recharge. Oh, a few lockups here and there. Let's see how the ERS management compares. Both around 60 now. So they have equal power. Evan is really close. And he can use DRS. And you might send it, might send it, might send it. No, Cole Mispeak defends it. Lap 7, so 4 more to go. Let's have a look at what else is going on. We see a yellow. That's Hurricane in trouble. Oh, dropping to P13. Hackman in P12. Mikey in 11, Benny Bruno in P10. Oh, another yellow. Is that's Joe? Joe in trouble. Dropped to P8, and his teammate Brandon in P7 now. Maggot moved up to P6, is just over a second behind Gunnar, and Gunnar is trying to hold on to Zetterville. No DRS here for Maggot. As we have another yellow, and I think it's single again. Zetterville and Gunnar fighting for P4. Maggot trying to close that gap. It's 1.1. He wants to be within a second so he can use DRS. But up front, look how close it is. They've been on a string together. It's a small train. They call me speed train. It's not like he's holding them up. By the way, Hurricane in the pit lane. Rally at P13. It's both good and sad to see that in the last 5 laps he has lost 3/10 to the leaders. So that means he's got the same speed as those guys up front. It's also extremely even more sad that he messed it up at the start, because he could have been up there. We're on lap 8. Rijad now up to P2. Trying to close the gap to the race leader. And let's see. With 2 more laps to go. If anyone can well take this leading crown away from Call Me Speed. Rijad's been patiently sitting in 3rd for most of the race, moved up to 2nd. And now with 2 laps to go, He is eager to take the race lead. Personally, if I think, if I were in his position, I thought I have the speed to do it. I might wait until the last lap, so you can't get really overtaken on that last long straight. But unfortunately for him, he also has Evan right behind him. Another yellow Ricka? Really losing more time now as he is getting into traffic. Right, Ricciard comes up a little short, a little bit. Zetterville and Gunnar still fighting for that P4. 8-10s behind him is Maggot. Then we have Brendan on his own. And then Joe trying to fight off Athanasiou for the final point. So, last lap of the sprint. Colby Speed is still leading. And we've had 3 drivers just dominating this race. More yellows. Oh! Right. Like, it couldn't get any worse for Rick. He gets a 10-second penalty for collision with Mikey. Well, okay. Anyway, back to the lead as this is... Oh, Heike with the fastest lap. Won't get you anything in this sprint format. Here we go. The final straight. Oh, it's 6-10s he has. And it's all or nothing now for Ricciard. Let's go on board. Is he going to send it? Is he going to send it? He is going to send it. He is going to send it. Oh, can he keep it? Can he keep it? Can he keep it? Oh, oh, oh! The Colby Speed spins. Colby Speed spins. And Ricciard? Wait, Ricciard seems to be waiting for Colby Speed. And then Evan benefits from it and takes the win. Okay, that was a weird sequence. Okay, so Evan... I didn't think Ricciard was guilty to the spin of Colby Speed, but... Alright, Ricky gets an open. Anyway, the unofficial result is Evan winning, Ricciard second, Zetterville third, Gunnar in fourth, Colby Speed drops down to fifth, Megan in sixth, Brendan in seventh, Joe in eighth. Who was able to keep up Athanasiou, so that's 3 points for the Mercedes team. As the final driver comes in, that's Jacob Boyd. The man from Gibraltar finally crosses the line. Here, once again, the results: Evan, Ricciard, Zetterville. Then we have Gunnar, Colby Speed, Megan, Brendan, Joe, Athanasiou, Benny Bruno, Pac-Man, Mikey, Ricka, Heike, Nexton, Reliot, and Kasingle. That was a disaster for Reliot. Sorry, Rick. Right, on to the next session where we do another one-shot qualification. Right, here we are again with the one-shot qualification. Let's go on board again with Colmy Speed, who was third in the last quali. And there where Rick had pole in the last session, he is now off to a poor start, P12 only. The Red Bulls seem to be doing fine, P1 and 2 now. Check retired, means he is either crashed or got disqualified for exceeding track limits. Right, Rajat. You nearly won the sprint. You got second in the end. And you're still leading. Rajat Yamakovic. All the way from Bosnia-Herzegovina on pole position. Here are your results. It's a bigger gap now. Rajat with a 31.286. We're going to have a look later if that is actually a record. Then we have Colby Speed, Evan, Highcane, Maggot, Zitterville, Aurelia. He recovered actually P7. He was dead last after a few corners. So let's hope his start is better now. Alright, Joe, Athanasia, Brendan, Benedict Nexton, Gunnar, Mikey, Rika, Pac-Man, and Kazengo. Oh, now this is interesting. We got rain. That is pissing down. Last time we had a rain race, it was in Spain, and that's where Colby Speed, he didn't dominate the field. Wow, how do you say this? He just annihilated the field. It just, yeah, to be lucky not to be lapped. Right, here's information that. Let's see the tire choices. I assume it's going to be all intermediates, yeah. We could put it on position change. See what's going on. Right, so Richard, Golden Speed, Evan, and Hyken. Hyken has a disappointing sprint race. Then we have Maggot, Setterfield, Relly, and Joe Hayward. Oh, look at Richard there. What a slide. Oh my days. Well, he's at least trying to warm up those tires. Oh, Jack's already in trouble. Oh, it's Ricka actually. Oh, someone's being taken out. Boards, markers, great. Right, we enter the start-finish straight. Cars will be lining up on the grid. Let's switch this view. Reshot shows a good start. Here we go, the red lights. And we're off! We can't see anything with this view. That's better. Reshot keeps the lead. Golden Speed in second, drops to third as Hyken takes second. Setterfield up 2 positions. Maggot stays in 5th. Evan in a bit of trouble there. Oh, Richard loses a position there as Hyken takes the lead from P4 to 1 in a few corners. It's all about finding the grip. Oh, some car went nearly sideways. I think it was Golden Speed. Loses traction immediately and drops a position to behind Zetterfall, his biggest championship rival this season. Now gets Maggot on the inside. Right, here we go. Hyken leading ahead of Richard. Of course, fastest lap from the opening start by Hyken. Let's see. Oh, they seem to have quite a gap though, those leading drives. 1.6 to Zetterville. Golden Speed back into P4. Mikey dropped to 17 from 14. Other big movers. Evan dropped 4. Hayward dropped 3. And Packman is up 3. We have no information about how long the rain is going to last. Or is it going to get worse, or is it the whole race? We don't know. So we let us surprise ourselves with what's going to happen. Oh, Zetterfall going wide! And that's a snap of the car. Oh. Colby speed benefits and takes the position. Oh, what a snap from Rijat there. Hiking with the fastest lap. Nah, Colby speed's quickest now. Probably has more heat in the tires now than he had on the opening lap. Right, so we've got Hiken and Rijat, then we have 2 seconds behind him, we have Coleman Speed, who is ahead of Zetterfall, and then we have a 1.4 gap to Reliot, ahead of Megan, then we have Evan, Athena Ziu, Benny Bino, Brendan, Joe next to him, and then there's a bit of a gap, 1.2 to Pac-Man. Colby Speed unable to close the gap so far. And the gap stays around 2.3, 2.4 seconds. And Zetterfall is actually closer now. And oh, Zetterfall would just love to finish ahead of his rival. He's unable to attack though. And Reliot, who had a phenomenal quali in the sprint, but then a disastrous race. And not a great quali here, or well, the start of it. Started from P7, is now up in P5. Skill clearly got the speed on this track, and he's trying to close the gap to Zetterfall and move his way forward. And if he gets a little bit closer, maybe he can mix himself up in the fight. Oh, Mikey gets a pen. 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. That is quite a track limit. If you get 10 seconds, he's in P16. Oh, it's clearly drying up as we see DRS is enabled. So the question is, who is going to pit first for dry tires? This could possibly completely change the race. High Crane creating a gap to Rajat, or Rajat made a little mistake, I think the latter thing, because Coleman Speed is closing in rapidly, only 0.6 behind now. And with DRS available, as the track is drying up, being within a second of the car ahead is really beneficial. Oh, and Coleman Speed is actually quite close now. Oh, another yellow. That's Mike again. Reliot is also within DRS range. So, Coleman Speed with the overtake on Rajat. And cars 2 to 5 are closing into each other. Oh, but they're all coming in. They're all coming in. No, they're not. Zadeville continues. That's interesting. Because nearly the whole grid comes in, apart from Zadeville and Nexton. Mikey gets to serve that pen right away. Right, so we see most drivers going to mediums, but also some to hards. You could possibly go to the end from here. Alright, let's see Zetterfall. He was... Oh, where was he? P4? I think. 5, I don't know, 4. Yellow. We have a yellow. It's a car in darkish green. I think that's Maggot. Right. So where is Zetterville going to be? When they come in now, Nexton is going to be dropping a lot because he's 9 seconds behind Zetterville, and only 9 out of High Cape. But maybe the damage isn't as much. If we have another yellow, Zetterville comes in. Nexton comes in as well. Where will they be once they leave the pit lane? Zetterfall. Ah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, that's close with Rick there. Side by side. P4-5. Oh, side by side. Oh, little snap there for Rick. After some contact, but that's not bad actually for Zetterville. Basically stays in position. So where did it drop? Next into P11. Pressure tires. Right, so the top 3 is on mediums. And we have a 5-second gap to Zetterville, who is the leader of the hard train, if you might call it like that. Then there is another gap, 4 seconds, to a group with mediums, drivers on mediums, which is led by Benny. Then we have Mac and Joe, Athanasi and Nexton. And now we have another 6 cars on hard, led by Brendan. And there's quite a few time gaps between those groups. Right, so the big question is, can Coleman Speed close the gap to High King? And a very big question is, the mediums, the cars on the mediums, how are they gonna How long are they gonna keep those tires? Well, because in my opinion, after lap or 10, they drop in performance. And we have over 20 laps to go. So there's no way they're taking them properly to the end. Well, I think the hard tire may last the whole stint. Mikey does not seem to be having a lot of fun today. Oh, I just got information from Mart that it could possibly get wet again. Well, that will spice things up. Right, so first question is answered as Hurricane has Colby's feet all over him. And the top three are incredibly quick because the gap to Zetterfall is just growing exponentially, like over a second a lap. The gap from P3 to P4 is 8.5 seconds. It seems like the medium tire really is quicker because we also see that Joe in P7, the first, the leader of that second group on the mediums, is closing in on the group of hearts, or is he not? 2.8. I think it was 4 earlier. Trouble is, he has to hold off drivers like Benny and Maggot, which won't help you. And Comey Speed takes the lead. At the end of lap 9. Right, so is Zetterfall just not quick enough? Is the tire? Reliot. Oh, Reliot takes P4 on the outside there. Well done to him. Right, he's finally ahead of Zetterfall. And now, let's see if he is going to be able to run away from Zetterfall. Gap to car ahead is 9.2. Rick has shown he's got pace, tremendous pace, but no results from it so far. Don't forget, we're in a lap or 4. We're going to see performance drops from those medium tires. Well, we have a yellow. That's Maggot in trouble. He's dropping to P11. Oh, really? Nearly gets it out of the arrest range. Just within it. Oh, and of course, because the cars do have the arrest. As Evan takes the position from the Zetterfall. It's going to be really hard to get really close for Rick. Right. And, oh, Hurricane retakes the lead. No, if they start finding it, it might slow the group a little bit down. Oh, and whoa, that's... I'm not sure why you'd send it there at this stage of the race. Of course, you have more speed, you can try it, but it's a bit risky. And there's still so much to go in this race. Elliott is clearly gaining time in the corners, as he seems to be driving with a high front wing setup, but clearly lost time on the main straight, or the long straight. He's got Evan close behind him, 4/10. Oh, Zetterfeld might be just outside. Yeah, Evan with the move. Hayward's not really closing in. But he might be once Zetterfeld is out of DRS range. Which you seem to be soon. Hanging on the edge there. He's probably going to be out of it by the next big DRS point. No, actually closing in here. Now this is an important part here for Zetterfeld. Can you stay within the direction and have the benefit on the long straight? Oh, gains 10th in that corner. Rijat takes P2, by the way, up front. And once again, we're gonna have Comey Speed versus Rijat, like we had in the sprint, and that ended in a bit of drama. Evan retakes P4 from Reliot. Zetterfeld P6 out of the DRS range, and we got Benny and Joe fighting behind it. And if they don't drive against each other, they might be able to close the gap to Zetterfeld. Reliot and Evan keep changing positions. They're not really closing the gap like this. Shot really close now. As the drivers have done 7 laps on these tires. We might see Rijat in the lead soon. Yeah, he's 110 less. He's gonna send it. No, backs out of it. Backs out of it. And that brings Kane a bit closer. Rick and Evan still fighting for P4. Zetterfeld trying to... Yeah, he's managed to close the gap a little bit again. Huge gaps there. 9.4 to P4, and after that is the third group here. Benny Bruno and Joe have 3-second gap to Zetterfeld. Then we have a bit mixed spread up. It all spread out with Athanasio 9, Necton in 10, Maggot in 11. And the disappointments of tonight so far. Gunnar and Brendan in 12 and 13. Oh, talking about Brendan. Wow. Oh, he's lost a lot of time there. He's dropped just one position, but that's about 8-9 seconds there. Yeah, I don't think he's enjoying those hearts. Joe and Benny keep switching positions. They're not getting any closer to the group in front. Brandon having a 3-second time penalty. Not a good race for him. Been on the podium 3 times this season, but definitely not this race so far. Once again, Rijat opts to stay behind. Oh, and Rijat pits. Well, I told you that the tires were probably going to drop off from this point, as they've done 10 laps on these mediums, so probably going to go for an undercut. But then you must not expect any rain anymore. You have a yellow, it's Mike again. Mike is, yeah, not doing great. Right, so what tires did Rijat choose? Oh, he went for fresh mediums. That's interesting. He might definitely be quicker than the cars ahead and the leading drivers, but if you're going to be stuck in traffic, not going to help you much, is it? So, if those hearts stay good, Radiat and Evan could be in a really good position, as Zetterval is finally dropping from that train. Evan takes the position from Elliott. Yellow, it's Mikey again. Right, Colby Speed comes in, Highcane comes in. They counter on the earlier pit stop from Rijat. And that means Evan takes the lead ahead of Elliott. Zetterval inherits third. We see more cars coming in. Oh, look, this has worked pretty good so far for Rijat. He has definitely gained time on Colby Speed and Highcane. He's now in fourth and virtually in first. Let's see how quickly he can close the gap to... Oh, that's coming on quickly, to be fair. And can he hold off Colby Speed? That's already over a second off. In what? Less than half a lap? Yeah, purple sector, of course it is. That's already 2 seconds off. This has seemed to be paying off really well. So the choice to go mediums after the intermediates seemed to be a good choice. Mikey in the pit lane. Might get lapped. Wow, Rajad just closed the gap in 3 seconds in 1 lap. That's really gonna pay off. Nexton comes in. Fresh mediums for him. We have a yellow. Not sure who that is. Oh, it's Pac-Man. Having a decent race, but right, so up front it's still Evan and Reliant, 4.7 seconds behind him now. ZFL, who already has reshot, closing in rapidly. It's less than a second. Yeah, and he's going to take that position pretty easily here. Zingo gets a time pen for multiple warnings. Oh, and it's costing him time. Colby Speed is able to close the gap now. Oh, is he going to send it? Is he going to send it? I think he is, Colby Speed. Yeah, he takes 2 positions there. That is P3 and virtually P1. Because there's no way Evan and Reliant are going to hold that lead on those old tires. You're going to either have to pit or stay out. Either case, they won't keep leading. Of course, anything can happen. Look at that gap coming down. It's already less than 3 seconds. Wow. Ricky takes the lead. God, would he love a safety car now? Getting a free pit stop really helped those two. And it would make the race a lot more exciting, because you're going to get multiple cars fighting for a possible winner podium. Right, so Comey's speed is closing in really quickly. It's less than 2 seconds now. And he might be within DRS range before the big long straight. Yeah, it's probably just about... Oh, yeah, here he is. Rashad and Heike can keep up with him. So we got 5 cars in the leading group now. But the top 2 cars will soon be overtaken and on all tires. Oh, of course, a collision can always happen. As we've seen on the last few corners of the sprint race. Elliott and Evan keep fighting though. Oh, see, there's the collision. Comey, Speed and Evan. And now it's Comey Speed. Takes P2. He's gonna hunt down Rick. And Rajat takes P3 as well. Now Hurricane is going to try to get ahead of Evan to not lose the connection. Oh, Hurricane in trouble. Oh, must have had some contact there with Evan, and now he's going to lose the lead with that group. Ricky holding on. Yeah, it's not going to last long anymore, but you had a great race so far, Rick. Could still end up with a really good result. No, and here he actually is the lead for Comey Speed. Rajat. P2 for him. Maggot gets a pen. Where's Maggot? P13. Right, so we now have 2 cars fighting for the win. Reddit and Evan are still there, but those old tires won't help. Hurricane fighting to get back to that group. He's 1.2 behind. He needs to get within 1. And then work his way past Elliott and Evan, but he needs to be quick. Otherwise, he's going to be out of DRS range of the top 2 regardless. Ricky fighting to hold on. So behind this whole top 5 we have Zetterfall. He's 5.8, and then 11.8 behind is Joe in P7. He's fighting Gunnar, who's also on really old hard tires. And we have Benny and Athanasiou. Next in no man's land, basically. Evan takes Reliot for P3 and they have to let the top two go now. This is bad news for Hurricane, who just closed the gap again. It's within a second, but already lost contact with the top two. Oh, Reliot on the outside again with Evan. They are having some fun today together. 5 laps to go. Alright. IK now all over Evan. Yeah, he's going to take the inside there on the position. That's P4 for Hurricane. And is soon going to do an attempt on Reliot. Meanwhile, Brendan overtakes Maggot. And Maggot overtaking him back. Let's have a look at that as they keep changing position. Right, it's now Colby Speed versus Rijad, and the gap is 6/10, and then already it's still in third, but it's already nearly 3 seconds. Hurricane will now take P3 on that long straight, but he has 2.8 gap to bridge. Well, actually 2 seconds to bridge, because you just need to get within the second and then use DRS to close the gap further. 4 laps to go. Is Hurricane able to close the gap? I doubt he will. They're just too good up front. Reliot and Evan seem to be fighting it out for 4th. But don't give up, because you never know what's going to happen up front on the final corners of the sprint race. We had the same thing we had now with Colby Speed and Rijad, and they basically took each other out. Yellow. What is going on? It's solved. Most likely no safety car today, unless it's gonna happen in this lap. Is Rijad gonna send it? He is! Rijad is gonna reclaim the lead here as he is on the inside of Colby Speed. Cool, cuts the corner a little bit. Oh, and Derver gets back to position to Colby Speed. And it's fair play to Rijad. And it has actually cost him time, because Hurricane closed 9/10 this lap. If he can gain a little bit more, might come back, but he needs to hurry up as there's only 3 laps left. Gunnar is gonna pit. That's a bit late. Probably gonna go for fastest lap, but won't help you much if you're gonna drop to outside of the points. Where is he gonna end up? Yeah, that's P13. And if we look at the leader gap, whew, you're gonna need to gap, well, closing 12 seconds in 3 laps. That seems like a bit much. Anyway, back to the front, Colby Speed and Rijad. If they're gonna fight, Hurricane has a chance. Rijad again with the lead. Much better corner this time, as he's now keeping it. Oh, runs wide at the final corner there. Keeps the lead. Oh, no. Here comes Comey Speed. We have 2 laps to go. Comey Speed claims the position again. Expecting to see a fastest lap mentioning soon from Gunnar. Let's see where he is on track. This is still basically his out lap. Well, it's closing in quickly on those cars ahead. What? Nah, it's still 12 seconds. If you just, sure, the cars, 2 cars ahead have pens as Mikey comes in as well, but probably too late to go for a fastest lap. I'm not sure if it was worth giving up yet. Oh, wait, what happened? Comey Speed! Oh, I just missed. Comey Speed in trouble. Oh, he drops to P5. What happened there? Oh, yeah, I called it. Anything can happen. Let's have a look at the intervals. Now we got Rishad with just over a lap to go. And a 1.6 seconds lead on Haikane. We got Rick in 3rd, fighting it out with Elliott for the final podium position because the gap to Comey Speed is 3 seconds. And can Haikane then come back? Nah, I can't see him closing in 1.5 seconds in just the final lap. So it's Rick and... Oh, well, here's the fastest lap from Gunnar. Who's in P12 right now, but he won't reach P10. Unless. Right, here we go. We're going to go to the long right-hander before we come up the very long straight. As the... Oh, wait, Haikane, is he just within DRS or just out? At the detection point. I think he's just out. That's a shame for him. Looks like Rishad is going to win this. Oh, he was just in, by the way. Behind them, we have Elliott and Evan fighting for P3. But here it is for the win. Haikane came back. But it is Rishad who's going to take the win. Now, quickly look at Evan and Rick. Oh, and it seems to be Rick with a move on the outside on the final corner. Rick takes podium ahead of Evan. Comey Speed closes in a bit, but yet finishes in P5. He will be disappointed. Well, we finally have a new race winner, Rishad. Then we have Zenithal in 6. Oh, Joe in 7. Benny Bruno in 8. Very disappointing Athanasiou in 9. And Nexton in P10. Brendan will finish in P11. Might get classified lower due to pens. Oh, I think Gunnar had an issue in the last lap as well. So he drops from 12 to where? 15 now. Right, so Brendan 11, Megadon 12, Gazingo at 13, Pacman at 14. Yeah, well, he got the fastest lap. Well, what did it bring you? Finish in P15, Rika in 16. Mikey already finished a lap behind. Yes, the winner of today, ladies and gentlemen, is Rishad Yamakovic. Oh, and now it starts to rain again. That's just a bit late, isn't it? Right, here are your unofficial results. Rijad ahead of Huyken and Elliott. Then we have Evan, Colby, Speed, Zetterfall. So the championship contenders close to each other, but a little bit in favor of Zetterfall. And then we have Joe, Benibino, Athanasiu, Nexton with the final point. And we have Brendan, Mackett, Gazingo, Pacman, and Gunnar, Rika, and Mikey with the fast lap for Gunnar. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today's race. We'll be back tomorrow with Division 2. And next Wednesday, we're going to be here with round 10 of the Championship of Division 1. On the top of my head, I say we're going to go to Singapore. Right, see you then. See you tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.